It kind of reminded me of a fear of mine. Like y'all probably like, hold on, what you fear? You fear that y'all gonna roll up to a concert and TK gonna show it all and
like this?
be on top of some R&B singer? I know my wife. One of her favorite R&B artists is Tank. So when I first met her, first I ain't gonna lie, I was a little upset. I was a little jealous.
were.
Like I could sing, your boy can sing a little bit. So I never thought my woman would have to be into anybody else's music but mine. We was there, show was going, and Tank came out. Then he did a few runs. He went through his songs, did a little roll, little body roll. Social media is ruining relationships.
I don't know why y'all think it is okay as married men, married women, whatever, to like inappropriate, questionable pictures of other people that is not your spouse. Number one, you shouldn't even be following them. Number two, you dang sure shouldn't put your stamp of approval on it. That's why women be like, y'all look silly. These married men liking all my pictures. Yeah. These married men are all up in my DMs. That's why they take marriage as a joke. Man, y'all gotta tighten up.
This is an Iwegbus production.
Period. Hello everyone, my name is TK.
And my name is Namdi.
And you are Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus. Yes, episode 19.
19, what up?
Yes, we're on our way to 20. I don't know, I have like little small incremental goals, so I'm like 20 is a big deal.
It really is.
It's a really, really
like
big deal.
Staying consistent, doing this thing, really.
Yeah, so welcome everyone, babe. Before we get into everything, would you like to tell them who we are and what we do?
Yeah, so if y'all don't know, here with Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus, we motivate the common couple to become extraordinary and singles to receive God's best in relationships. So all things relationships, you want to hear right here from the Iwegbus, man. You tuned in with the right couple.
The right place at the right time. Y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. So we got a super duper exciting show, y'all. I don't know if you haven't seen, there has been a pretty viral clip going around of Keke Palmer at Usher's concert, and he was doing his thing. Y'all check out this clip and we're gonna get into it. So y'all might be wondering what is wrong with this. Well, Keke Palmer is in a relationship. She just had a child with her child's father, and he has something to say. He had a problem with this, and he said, "It's the outfit though. You a mom." That was the first statement.
Yeah, I mean, hey, pretty solid statement there.
Publicly?
Probably not, but and then he took some backlash. He took a lot of backlash.
Yeah, for sure.
People were like, "Get rid of him."
Yeah.
Put his broke butt to the curb and all. Yeah,
How they know
y'all was out there wilding.
So he went further and continued to say something. He said, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is." Then he further says, "This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." And the backlash that he also got was her baby daddy, her child's father, has posted Keke Palmer in a bra and underwear while she was pregnant.
I didn't know that.
And she was dancing, way less clothes than the outfit that she wore at the Usher concert. And so definitely, she was a bra and panties. Like, that's all she had. And so people are like, wait a minute, how you gonna choose now to be mad that she's wearing this? Yeah. But you actually legit posted this and recorded this, and now you have a problem. And so
couldn't be me.
I got some opinions on it. Yeah. Baby, you want to let them know what you think
about
it?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of a fear of mine. Like y'all probably like, hold on, what you fear? You fear that y'all gonna roll up to a concert and TK gonna show it all and
like this?
Be on top of some R&B singer? Like, I know my wife. One of her favorite R&B artists is Tank. That's straight up. When I first met her,
he's a phenomenal singer, right?
He definitely is.
Okay.
I've come to truly like Tank. Okay, I've had to
Yeah.
accept him. At first, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little upset. I was a little
You
was
really
jealous.
were.
Like here's the thing, y'all. I can sing. Your boy can sing a little bit.
Oh, you
Okay, I
definitely
can hold a note.
can
So
do
I
real
never
bad.
thought my woman would have to be into anybody else's music but mine. I didn't ever recorded albums or R&B or anything like that. But now I'm with somebody who I find out knows all these Tank songs, put me on all these songs I never even heard of Tank song, like everything, right?
Yeah.
We saw that he was coming into town. I don't know, did I surprise you or I don't know if I surprised you or
You were trying to because
Yeah.
you were originally. I was supposed to go with my friend. Weren't we supposed to go on a double date or was it that?
no,
Oh, that was her. That was
yeah,
somebody else.
Yeah, that was
Never
something
mind.
else. Yeah. No, that's a whole
So
other
yeah, no,
situation.
I think we planned that together.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
yep, Tank was rolling into town. Had to go ahead and get the tickets. Got to make sure
Yeah.
that she's happy and all. My biggest fear though was like, I'm about to step in this mug, and Tank is about to take his shirt off, and she gonna scream or something or like crazy. And we was there. Show was going, and Tank came out. Man, he did a few runs. He went through his songs, did a little roll, little
Yeah.
body roll. KC has been good. He was out. But the opening acts was longer to take.
Yeah.
And she held it down. She
Yeah.
just sang the songs. She
Oh,
grinded on me a little bit.
Yeah.
We danced a little bit, and that was about it.
I was so sad and disappointed.
Needless to say, she wasn't on no Keke Palmer type
Okay,
stuff.
so let's set
No.
the record straight because
Yeah.
we did that to tease y'all. You knew I was not gonna be screaming for no other man.
Nah,
Point
I know who you are, and
Yes.
and just that you're not gonna be like that,
No,
and
never.
that'd be an atomic bomb to our relationship.
That would be
Yeah,
super
fake-
immature.
Yeah, super immature.
immature.
Yeah. So to see something like this, I'm just like, man. When I saw this, and then it was what she had on first from the front was just enough, right?
Yeah.
And then she turned around, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah, you're naked.
So everybody can see it.
yeah.
I'm like, that's wild. And I was thinking like, what is her man having to say? And hey man, I agree with him and him being upset. I don't agree necessarily with it being out public. We definitely would have had a conversation over the phone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we would be moving forward from there. It would be one of them things
Really?
like, yeah, man. Hey, I don't listen.
Wait,
Yeah.
pause. You're saying you're dating, if you were dating a woman
Mm-hmm.
and she goes to a concert and she wore what Keke Palmer wore,
Yeah.
that you will be done with the relationship.
I might be done. I don't got time for
Babe,
that.
that's
You want to be out the
shallow.
whole. Listen, this ain't just Usher got to, not just that crowd got to. Whole world get to see them things now. But again, like you said,
And you're
though,
gonna leave her?
he was the one who broadcasted that.
Right.
So that's a little different situation for me. And
Well,
I believe
not this video, not the viral video. He broadcasted a separate video
Right.
with her more
right.
naked.
So he's done
Or
that.
recorded
He's
it.
done that before. So
Yeah.
he's kind of having a double standard.
Right,
like
right.
like you cool with it if you put it out there, but if
Right.
she does it, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
And this is the issue. I think that he should have set that standard up front, else it'd be taken a little bit different. So
Yeah.
when I saw her do that, I was like, wow. I guess she on that time. I ain't never know she
Yeah.
was that type of girl to. You know a little bit
Yeah,
more about
yeah.
her than I do that to actually be out there like that.
Yeah, I think we've all witnessed, if you follow Keke Palmer, I just started following her about a year ago. We've all witnessed the shift that she has made. She is beautiful, by the way. As you get older, like, it's crazy because I think my mom used to say, like, when you hit that 30 and then you start getting a little bit older, like, you start feeling out, you start feeling yourself. It gives a woman, and you have a child, and that's a big deal. Like, my body completely changed after I had children. I'm like, wait a minute, I got a thing. What's going on? Where this come from?
I saw that coming.
And it's so crazy because you said what?
I saw that coming. I knew once I was like, oh, you had a very nice body when I met you.
Yeah,
But I
thank
knew
you,
once you had kids and as you
things would
as you grew,
fill out.
I already knew.
Yeah,
I was
really
like, if you got that at just where you at now,
Yeah.
you was only
Yeah, and I think she has been feeling confident. Like, it's something about having children. I mean, for some women that it boosts your confidence. Like, she's been glowing. I think she's probably gained more followers. Like, she's just getting more notoriety. She's being more getting more interviews on different podcasts, and we're like, this is a different Keke Palmer. So I think she's been feeling herself. And it's so funny because I always say the Lord gave me a body after I got married. Because I'm like, praise God.
The Lord
like,
made, there's something about God, like he know how to give you stuff. Like especially his children,
In the
those
right
who really
timing.
are anchored to him, like really
Yes.
own it. He knows how to give them time. And I always say that, like, God, it's good that he let me know some things that were actually good about myself. Like once we got married, my financial status didn't go to a certain level until I was able to manage a certain way and walk in humility and all those things. So yeah, he gives you stuff in layers that he knows you can handle.
And that's a good gem for those of you that are desiring something and you're like, when is the Lord going to give it to me? When is God going to bless me with it? You might not be at the maturity level, the level of maturation that you're able to receive that. So you want to, like, for some things, women rush and go get a BBL or get certain things done. If you are not ready for what comes along with that, if you won't be, because that was the point that I was going to make. When you get a body, you get your breasts get bigger, your booty get bigger. You'll intentionally show those things off more. It's like, oh, I haven't had these assets my whole life, so I got a booty now. You about to see this thing. So especially if you don't know the Lord, you're not planted in Him, and you're not rooted in Him, and your confidence is not in your being of being a daughter of God. You can easily slip into that being the thing that matters. And
that's the same thing for men. Like men, a lot of times you can see some of you fellas, y'all way right now. You about to get the muscles. They coming around. All right, don't start acting brand new with your wife, with your girlfriend or whatever. Once you start getting that, or you got dudes who have been fat their whole life. Right. You know what I'm saying? They have been big, cocky, and then all of a sudden they get they get a little smaller. Now they real cocky. They never had that type of attention or anything like that. So yeah, don't switch up now that you got your body right and all those things.
And that's why sometimes God doesn't give you that. Yeah. So check your pride. Check your pride. Are you ready to receive more money? Are you ready to receive that body? Do you need to go get that surgery? Do you need that man? Do you need that car? Do you need that house? Will you be mean if you get these things? Will you be intentional to show off things that don't matter? And it's something I always say, like, God knows not to give certain people certain things. For sure. Like he knows that. And so for me, I feel like with the man, I feel like he contradicted himself a little bit. Number one, I don't think Keke Palmer is too much of a different woman. And so first and foremost, I would say if you're watching this and including him, like, set the expectations. Sure. When you get into a relationship, it would be crazy for Namdi to be like, let's say I was working and I had a full career. We get married in year 2. You like, oh, I thought you was going to be a stay-at-home mom. And it's like, sir, I'm a CEO of a business. I have employees. Like, what are you talking about? And you're really adamant about that. Like, no, I want you to be. And it's like, you got to set those expectations. You cannot switch up midway through. And those are private conversations you have anyways. Number 2, speaking of privacy, you need to keep in-house issues in-house. Yeah. What he did and humiliating her by putting her out there was absolutely immature. That is it is, I don't know why that's popular to argue on social media. I have never in my entire life thought to say, sometimes I just wish my husband would. Like, why? Like, let's not do that. Or even vent in subliminal ways. Like, if you listen to me, husband and wives, don't be reposting things that you wish your husband or wife would do, because that's subliminal too. People can read through that stuff as well. Sure. If you're like, man, women nowadays, like, just don't do it. Don't do anything. Check your heart. Check your heart before you post stuff. Like, literally, I had a situation that was pretty innocent, but I knew the timing was bad. I'm like, I won't post it. Timing ain't good. Like, check your heart when it comes to social media. And lastly, Keke, she has this viral reel going around, like, basically, when a dude act up, it's time to go. I'm you know how many options I got? And I pray that if this relationship is healthy and this was just a issue, that she doesn't throw this away, because the grass is not always greener on the other side. You might think that a man will this, and that. What if it is good that you have a man that's like, I kind of want my girl to, I want that for me. Yeah. I want you to honor me. Now they need to also, like, figure out if they're gonna get married and, like, do this the right way. But women, there's nothing wrong. I know y'all don't be liking this when men be suggesting like, hey, could you just cover up just a little more? That is a beautiful trait that a man has. Now, that doesn't take away from him being immature and maybe contradicting himself, but that in itself is actually a husband quality.
That's love.
Like, that's love. It's someone that's like, that's mine. I don't want you out there like, I remember you said it like in the past, you dated women that you didn't care, you know, whatever.
I actually thought that was before Christ. I really thought that was dope in a way.
Yeah.
That people can see, like, look at me.
Yeah.
Like move
what
like
got.
some of my homies could be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what we got?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Not knowing they can see everything basically that I'm getting to see.
Definitely.
When she take it off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm showing them. When I got in Christ, everything for me changed. Just how I looked at things, filtered. I knew I didn't want that anymore. I wanted my woman to be covered up. I wanted that to be a prize just for me in my eyes, man. And I believe that any man should want that. And like you said, you should set that standard. Men, stand up, set that standard. You see her about to go outside and that skirt is a little too high. Hey, baby, you good? Hey, check out that skirt. You got a different one? Like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling that right there.
Yeah.
Like, she'll actually respect it.
Definitely.
I believe if she's the right type of woman,
I was gonna say,
that you even care enough to say something.
Yeah.
You know, even today, if my wife maybe don't notice something, I might say something to her like, "Hey, babe, that's a little too tight to go here with or whatever." Like, I'm her second pair of eyes just in case she just don't see something.
I be asking you. I'm like, babe, do not booty look extra big in these?
Yeah, you ask a lot.
Like, am I doing a lot?
Sometimes I'm like, man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's against the line. You know, I just know that at least cleavage needs to be covered up.
Nothing
and
super short.
Yeah,
super tight.
Super short or tight. So, man, again, don't be like, homie, if you're saying that he has shown her butt on, live, on social media anyway, don't do that and then try to make public statements. Instead, set the standard for what you want to see in your relationship.
Yeah, I agree. And that's it.
Yeah.
I pray that both of them have a conversation, have don't let this end, especially like I said, if the relationship is whole, have a conversation. Maybe this is something that I said in the last video, like sometimes you realize you're with someone and you haven't really talked about anything. Really? So maybe this will lead them into real conversations. Like, wait a minute, what type of woman do you want? Mm-hmm. What do you want out of a wife? And asking yourself, what type of husband do I want? Do I want a man that honors me? Do I want a man that lets me do my thing? Like, I hope this leads them to probably a much needed conversation. So y'all let us know down below. What do y'all feel? Do y'all feel that what Keke Palmer did, dancing with Usher, was inappropriate? Do y'all feel like her man was immature? What would you do? And we would love to hear from you in the comments down below.
Moving forward, recently we received the inbox of a video of Tim Ross on The Basement. As you know, we love some Tim Ross clips here. Straight up, like he's one of our favorites, man. Definitely. He's great. And so I got this clip about social media in relationships. I want y'all to check this out. We're going to talk about it. Social media is ruining relationships. I think that social media is a great tool if used right. Yeah. I believe that it can push your business further. For sure. I mean, you got people who during the pandemic have now become what they call them pandemicpreneurs. Mm-hmm. You know, they're millionaires now. Yeah. A lot of it was based off of the traffic on social media. Yes. We wouldn't have the music game would be so sold up, and it'd be a bunch of gatekeepers if we did not have social media. Yeah. We wouldn't know of some of the great pastors that we know of and all of those things, or be able to connect with family members that's in another state if it wasn't for social media. I love social media for all of those type of things. Yeah. I cannot stand how it is ruining relationships, particularly with brothers, with men, because we're attracted to sight. Right. So we automatically, like what we see, and I say majority of men that I've met, they mainly have dealt with pornography. You can't say that on here, y'all, but let's say corn. Y'all can replace the C with the P, and y'all get what I'm talking about. Yeah. They've dealt with those type of issues, and so one wrong look at some person, and now they going down the alley. They see old girl that they went to high school with, and old girl from high school looking cold now. Hold on. Yeah. Go through her pictures. Hey, how you been doing? Like he said, now you connecting and
Yeah.
You starting to, and again, you starting to having these private conversations that and I'm talking about married men,
Right,
or
yeah.
those even seriously talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And now you're having private conversations, and you start to see some things that maybe your lady don't say, or that you're not really. You have this not fake connection, this smoke and mirrors. You're not really seeing the picture clear.
Yeah.
You getting to just kind of chat with them and have a little bit of fun,
Yeah.
and then it turns into a meeting,
Yeah.
and it can go from there. So I just think that it's continually ruining relationships. People are connected with old people. It's the current situation. Also, it's comparison.
Big time.
It's comparison. You turn on the social media, and now the issue that you have with your wife, you see somebody talking about it, like a woman speaking in the favor of you on there. And you're like, man, okay.
Somebody else.
Somebody
Somebody
another woman see what I'm saying. All of a sudden now you see that chick again. Or you see another clip of another chick. Let me tell you, baby, these phones are so cold.
Yeah, they are.
We've been talking about this for years.
For sure.
That they are listening to us. Somehow we have given them agreement.
Yeah.
That they can we don't be reading. It just be like,
accept.
new update, press accept, right? You just trying to get back to your phone.
Yeah.
So somehow we have agreed for them to actually listen to us.
Yeah.
So sometimes we might be talking about chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Even me, I'm saying chicken right now.
Right.
And I'll get on my phone and now I'm gonna see Wingstop on my Google feed.
Yep.
Or Wingstop on my Instagram or my Facebook.
Yep.
They're listening to you.
Right.
Whatever's going on in your arguments, anything,
Complaining.
a lot of times you will go onto your phone and actually see it. And so the difference between us and back in like the 60s and 70s, all those years before.
Yeah, even early 2000s.
Early 2000s, even the 90s.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see what was going on clear across the world.
Right.
We didn't get to know that, man, it's a whole bunch of other
options.
people out there, options.
Yeah.
It's other people who on their second and third marriage and it look like they doing good.
Right.
Or at least it look like they doing
Yeah.
good. So we didn't have all these different avenues to compare ourselves with and think that the grass is greener, man.
Yeah.
And I believe that a lot of people are going to be fooled. If that's you, I would tell you right now, stop. Man, you going down the alley, man, and you're going to be tricked. You're going to see that the grass just ain't greener like you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have been kind of appalled by the weight that social media has had in infidelity. I've been married for a cool minute, all of my 20s, and I wasn't in social media prior to that. Like, it wasn't that heavy like it is today, so I don't know what that looks like, the whole DM and sliding in DMs. And
me and you both, we don't.
Yeah, like that's not, I don't know it. And so I remember I was oblivious to it. Like, I just had a conversation. I was like, babe, do you really think social media is doing that? And you was like, yeah. And I'm like,
sure.
How? Like, what?
Guys talk to women on social media apps more than they do in person.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so when I was wanting to talk to somebody, I'm waiting for like a cool event.
Yeah.
So therefore I could create an opportunity to say something to you.
Right.
Like, so for instance, when I met you, it was at church, after church, and then I think somebody might have been talking to you or something. Like for instance, one of our friends, our mutual friends, he might have been saying something to you, and then he introduced us, and it kind of goes from there. Now I get to know who you are. I wasn't checking. Come on, I wasn't checking for you at that time. Okay, not right then.
Well, that came out
Anyway, but I'm just
Praise
saying.
the Lord.
No, I'm just saying. But that's what we used to do. We used to look for that. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that time. I'm gonna see her for those who went to the club. I'm gonna see her at the club, or I'm gonna see her when we go to this certain event.
Right.
But now. Shoot, my boy, one of my homies, he used to say, he's like, boy, I send out a message each morning to all these different girls.
That's crazy.
He said the same thing. He said, I say, all good morning, beautiful to all of them.
That's
good morning,
wild.
beautiful to all of them. I'm like,
a
for
lot
real?
of energy.
He's like, yes. Like, man, that's why
I would get him confused. Like, who was in that tier? Oh, my bad, you Sasha. Like, I would get him confused. But yeah, I think I've been really blown away by it. But it makes 100% sense. The phones do listen. Whatever you're complaining about and whatever you're researching, like the things that you're looking up is, should I leave my man if he's this, and that? If should I, you're gonna start seeing men. And nowadays, like I was telling Namdi, even when it comes to comparisons, we were talking about this yesterday. A lot of times, y'all are comparing yourselves to influencers, people that are people that are getting paid to act out a role. Those married couples that have millions of followers, y'all, we've seen them divorced, cheating, literally lights, camera, action, act. That's not that what when he came in and he handed his wife roses and he handed her a card and she closed her eyes and opened it and he was so romantic. Baby, that was a scene they set up. That's not real. Like we have to also be able, and I think because I'm on the flip side of now as a, influencer or whatever, as an influencer, but as a podcaster, as a content creator, there are things that it's not too much that is just like pull out the camera like, oh, this is a real moment. Like, no, baby, we got to set up these lights. You got to sponge your hair. I got to put on this makeup. Like, so a lot of us are comparing something, a man, even when we talk about when y'all see our reels and you see another man doing it who's had time to Google what's ways to make love to a woman. And he's Googled these things and he wrote them down. That ain't fresh to him. He ain't in a relationship. He's smashing a bunch of girls too, but he gets paid off of y'all watching him and saying those things. So number one, everything isn't real. That's the first thing that we have to really get to. And then also getting to a place when it comes to relationships, I think a thing about millennials is that for women more specifically, I know you came from a perspective that this is a difficulty with men, but because women are being influenced by the feminist movement, our grandmothers were at home and they stayed with their husbands for a long time, but we saw the flaw in that and was like, but she was miserable. So we decided to go the complete opposite route and, smash as many dudes as we can, get all this money. And it's like, I don't know. I think I'm just saddened by how far we've gotten away from reality. And I don't know how long we have to see the fakery of social media, the highlights of social media to realize that is real, not real life. Once you go I don't know who I was talking to about this, but I had to be encouraging someone and I was saying, okay, let's say your husband is lacking in the romance area. And you are so upset because he never surprises you. He never brings you roses. He just isn't thoughtful in that way. Now, he is a great provider. He's a great father to your children. He's a God-fearing man. He walks in integrity, but there's just that one trait. And you're seeing all these other men like, oh my God, this is capable. Like this can happen. Why don't you just have this one trait? Okay, well, go ahead and find a man that is romantic, that blows your mind and takes you out on dates. He is going to miss something too. So you gained that trait, but now he don't got no integrity. Now you got to check his inbox. Now he is, deciding to be an entrepreneur out of nowhere and the lights go out. You're like, well, what happened? Well, I just feel like the Lord is calling me. And you're like, okay, can the Lord call you and make sure that the kids eat? And we get to, so you have to choose what battle you're going to fight. Because you're going to fight a battle. Yeah. You will not find the perfect man. You will not find the perfect woman. The women that y'all looking at that you feel like is more feminine than the woman you're sitting next to, she got an issue too. Yeah. And it's going to just be a new problem. And I love that he talked about familiarity because that's where this all lands. Yeah. We did a video about there's nothing like new booty or whatever, and it's like, but new booty eventually gets old, and you eventually just keep running into yourself, and then now you 60 and you, Lord forbid, get whatever, and you have no one with you. And so I think thank you, Lord. I think we really sleep on the beauty of the fight for the covenant, because a lot of us we have been programmed to think that everything is microwavable. Yeah. We have been programmed to think that everything is supposed to come quickly. We have gotten more lazy when it comes to our work ethic because we see people becoming viral and becoming millionaires tomorrow. Or we've seen, chicks after chicks after chick. I can get this, I can get that, I can go to this club. We've just lived this microwavable lifestyle. And I just wonder, when will we figure out that is no longer sustainable? When will we try the other side? When will we say, okay, I know we always say, oh, our grandparents, they weren't happy. Granddaddy was cheating too. But also, grandma and granddaddy didn't talk to each other. Yeah. They also didn't go to therapy. They also didn't, talk to their pastors. They also didn't read books. They didn't know each other's love language. So how about you use the tools, since social media is a beautiful place to actually learn, if you let it, use the tools that are supplied to us to actually work out your marriage. Yeah. A lot of y'all are getting divorced for nothing. Because he don't communicate the way that you want him to. Talk about it. Go see someone. Fight it. Fight for that. Because the grass is not always greener. You're going to get a better communicator, and he'll lack in another area that your husband had before. So, I think I'm just saddened by kind of the delusion behind it.
Oh, for sure.
It's delusional to think that something is always better, and it's not.
Yeah. You'll continue to play that game, and somebody will always be up next. You won't ever find that person. You're an imperfect person searching for a perfect person. And it's not going to happen. You're going to find something else is going to be out of whack, and a lot of times, like you said, babe, you're going to run into yourself.
Absolutely.
You're going to say, okay, eventually I will hope you get wisdom. Okay, that you say the common denominator is something here,
right?
And it's actually you.
Yeah,
you have to face up and say, okay, man, this is my issue right here.
Yeah,
because it's always gonna be somebody who the enemy's gonna make look finer to you. Okay, he's always gonna have somebody that looks finer to you. Somebody who seems more submissive.
Right.
Somebody who just seemed like they're more with the business plan that your wife or your husband don't understand. Yeah. He's always going to continue to put those options. He tries nothing new up under the sun. Yeah. He's doing the same tricks just on a different person.
Yeah.
And if we would do something like pick up marriage books and read,
go to marriage boot camps.
Yeah, go to marriage boot camps. If we would go and we look at YouTube for everything else, but we not looking up nothing on marriage, man.
Right.
Like this right here, somebody, you need to be sharing this with somebody right here. This could help somebody, man. This could save somebody marriage. This could save somebody a decade of just pain and trauma. Forget that. It could save the kids that didn't ask to even be in that household.
Right.
And now they got to deal with mommy, daddy believing that these people on social media is the real thing. Listen, it's just like a movie. Okay, that's the problem too. I can't stand people be looking at movies. They be thinking that's how it really supposed to go. All that, no, man. It's not saying that everything that you see on there is an act. Don't get it wrong. It's not saying that everything that you see on there, but I would say about 90% is a little bit more staged than what you think. So that's what I would say, babe. But we wanted to give you guys some practical steps and ways to guard your relationship from social media, man. We're so passionate about this because we believe that this is the leader in not only breaking relationships, but also just tearing people down, man.
For sure.
I mean, if I'll be transparent, I've dealt with just comparison issues, man. It muzzled me in a certain way. I feel like, man, I don't talk like that, or I don't do that. Like, I have to watch myself. If it real talk, if it was not for doing what we do, I wouldn't have social media. Yeah. I went about probably almost 2 years or so not really getting on there. Definitely. I was good, easy. So number one for you to guard your relationship from social media is social media prayer and fast. Let me tell you, this was probably one of my second or third fasts that I actually did was doing no Facebook. And after I did no Facebook and Instagram for I think it was a month or two, that stuff got easier.
Yeah.
I mean, it got really easy. I think I did it because we had a busy season at work one time. Yeah. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and because I've never had this much peace. Guess what? Because I ain't looking at what Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, they doing down the street. And they look like they just started a new business, like millionaires overnight. And we was just chilling. They look like they doing the best in life. Their marriage looked the best. Man, they having all the greatest kids. The kids do. I'm sorry. Maybe this is just me. But again, I believe that the social media fast, man, being away from that could clear your mind. I believe you have so much more clarity. And during that, also praying. Connecting with the Father, saying, Lord, what is it that you want to show me about myself? What is it that you want to make clear with me? Let me tell you, when this type of stuff that we're doing right here was birthed out of fast. These were birthed out of seasons, not on social media. I'm in the shower. I'm praying to the Lord. He gives me a vision.
Right.
Okay. So I'm saying to you right now, I plead with you, instead of doing maybe your Daniel fast, try a social media fast
For sure.
for 21 days.
Yeah.
Man, you may see such a crazy change in your overall mental health that you might not even want to come back.
Yeah, and babe, even though I feel like I'm a pretty confident person and I've like always kind of had a firm foundation on like who I am and what I'm called to do, and I actually said this on Tapping with TK, like because my gifts are loud, I don't really necessarily deal with compare. I'm like, I rap, I sing, I'm always on social media, like my stuff is loud, so I didn't think I could, but I did in a way, begin to fall into comparison issues. But above that, like with the fast, this gives you time to actually break the habit. Like spiritually, you need to fast. Spiritually, you need to be diving in. But there's a practical side to this, which is actually breaking the habit from waking up in the morning and going on your phone. Break the habit of just wasting time. Like I remember I was just talking to the Lord probably like last month, and I was just like, I just wonder how much time I really be wasting on these apps. And sometimes it's for like content purposes. And it's like, but it can form a habit unintentionally, and you run into things like, I don't know about y'all, but there's a rabbit hole I get down. Now I'm researching, like I was just researching the history of yoga the other day. Like what the heck? How did I did not type this in. Like I just landed here, but it gives you time to break the habit because these things will begin to control your mind. Really? You will begin to be programmed by Instagram, by TikTok or whatever it is. Like that's the way. No, it's not. It's actually against what the Lord wants for us. And so I believe that fasting gives you time to break the habit as well as break the control that it can have on you.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And number 2, while scrolling, don't stop. Yeah. Listen, this is mainly for, again, my fellas out there.
Nah, it's for the women too.
I mean, and women too. Yeah, they know how to get y'all. They pay lots of money to these guys to know how to get everybody. Right. But we were just speaking about this in the men groups that I'm in, and it was just talking about like, man, don't stare, bounce. Okay, that's what it's something came from Dr. Darius. He said, don't stare, bounce, and that was very big. Is because, man, you could get caught up just looking at something and you stop, and now you done ended up in the page, and now you're going through all the different pictures and all of that crazy stuff. Man, listen, don't stop. Like you might see it, and I'm not saying like I see it sometimes. I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, and then keep going. Let me get away from that. Let's keep going, and because I'm telling you, if you go down that alley, especially for my guys who's had an issue with the corn, let's just say, it will be something that really is hard to get out of. It's like a web you get caught up in, man, and I know that's really tough. So listen, don't stop, and that's also, you would say, for the ladies too. When it comes to
I would definitely say that for the ladies. But I was gonna say, not only don't stop, but like for sure don't like it. Oh, like man. For sure.
That kind of goes on the but yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like for sure don't like it, because some of them are at that step where they're actually liking the pictures. Like married men, listen, my brothers that be married.
Jesus. Okay.
When I be seeing
Jesus, this is about to be okay. You want to say that? Okay, but yeah, go ahead. No, it's real. Our brothers and sisters need to hear it.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
When y'all know pictures are inappropriate, y'all don't need to like them. And it's to a point you gotta also like unfollow. If this woman is completely always immodest, unfollow her. If every picture she's showing a boob, a booty, a leg, a thigh, unfollow. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to say that. Like, don't actually like it, y'all. Like. Man. Come on, bro, listen. If you are married, listen, look at me in my eyes. Stop liking women's pictures. You are married, and we see your whole face in the heart area saying you like this picture with 37,000 other people. Yeah. Stop being an embarrassment to your marriage, and also know that you're literally, okay, I can't go into that. Stop being an embarrassment to your marriage. Stop liking the pictures. It's not wisdom. It is there's no integrity in that. Unfollow her. Why do you follow a woman that has all bikini pictures anyways? You're a married man. What
Why are you liking the selfie?
is she giving you business? What is it? Yeah. Business advice with her boobs out. Yeah, today I want to talk one-on-one about how to level up in your this, and that. But if she's naked, you don't need to follow her. Yeah. Find an look, I'm slapping the mic. Find an integral woman to follow that will talk that talk. I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to be getting through this, but that's something that is not talked about enough. Yeah. I don't know why y'all think it is okay as married men, married women, whatever, to like inappropriate, questionable pictures of other people that is not your spouse. Yeah. You, number one, you shouldn't even be following them. Number two, you dang sure shouldn't put your stamp of approval on it.
Definitely shouldn't.
And that's why women be like, marriages, y'all look silly. Yeah. Because these married men liking all my pictures. Yeah. These married men are all up in my DMs. That's why they take marriage as a joke. Man, y'all got to tighten up. Yeah. And I say this with love. Stop doing that. Stop being embarrassment. Then y'all got y'all wives insecure about how she look because she's sitting here looking a certain way, but all the women that you like on social media is the complete opposite. Yeah. What do you like? I'm sitting right here next to you, dark-skinned chocolate, and all you like is high yellow women. Yeah. What signal do you think that sends her? Then you talking about, oh, she just insecure. No, you made her insecure. She was feeling herself when she got with you. But then she looked on your phone and she saw your algorithm was lined with a bunch of exotic chicks that look nothing like her. Yeah. Yeah. You got to stop it. It's inappropriate and it's not okay. Yeah. And shoot, married in committed relationships as well. Train. Yeah. Okay.
You got to train. Well, no, I was going to actually say that. Well, no, I was going to say men, they got to train themselves. Yeah. In their, like men that are not married. Okay. No, that are not married. Okay. In their singleness. Yeah. I'm not tooting my own horn or anything like that. I'm not saying I ain't never liked maybe a questionable photo. I could probably say it's been way before you. Yeah. And I think it might have came from my spiritual leader who kind of taught me this or whatever. But it was just like, don't be liking the chicks' selfies and all of that.
No, not even like, selfies.
You may be sending off a certain signal that you like them. You do, and that may not be the thing.
It's not may. You do send off a signal when you like selfies.
Yes, and then so that and you want to whatever you want to do in your marriage, you want to practice it in your singleness before, because it'll be easier to do it when you're in your marriage. But if you continue to do it and then think as soon as I jump into marriage, this is gonna stop. It don't go down like that.
No,
I was just talking to a brother who was talking about, that basically he had a corn addiction there, and he was like, I was doing it, and he said I tried to get a little handle on it right before I got married, and he said I didn't, and then he continued to go down that rabbit hole as soon as he got married, and he finally has broken that situation, but he thought now that I get to always get to have somebody to do this with, I'm not gonna worry about that. That won't have a hold on me.
Not true.
Was he mistaken?
Not true.
All right. Well, like they say, however you want, like they say again in sports, however they say, like however you want to practice how you want to play, that's exactly how you want to do this thing. Practice the way you want to show up in your marriage.
Yeah, for sure. Number 3, retrain your algorithm. This is a very practical thing to do in your marriage, in your relationship, in preparation to be married, is to, if you have been, liking a bunch of inappropriate pictures or whatever, you have to intentionally type in the things that you want and go on a liking spree. So type in Dr. Daniels, like all his posts. Type in David Shands, like all his posts. Go to TD Jakes, like all his posts. Type in scripture daily devotions, like all those posts. Train your algorithm, because that's what you're doing anyways when you just like it and you think you're mindlessly scrolling, but the algorithm has a way of training itself by what you pause on, even if you don't like it. For the men that think they're getting away with it and you ain't liking nothing, but if you look too long, that trains the algorithm as well. Yes. So adding into the algorithm and retraining it, what I want to say is go through as a man and woman, go through who you're following and go through that stuff. Check it out. Hey, who's sis? Okay, I don't remember her. She's from high school. Ooh, she's showing a lot. Like, go ahead and unfollow. Like, Unfollow who you need to unfollow, and then retrain with the people that are integral. That, first of all, like when it comes to social media, I try my best to, especially Instagram. YouTube is different. I will go on a rabbit hole on them YouTube shorts because I don't know, like documentary type of things and like sci-fi. But as far as Instagram, I try to make it boring, and I don't want, not boring, but more educational. Like I try to run into my content creators and, you know, actually use it for something. Make it work for you. Like make these things actually be a asset and a benefit. Is asset the right word?
Yeah, asset.
Okay. Yeah. Make it be an asset and a benefit to your life. Not a rabbit hole that gets you back into your corn addiction. Not a hole that gets you back into wandering eyes, because as you're training your algorithm to send you pictures of big booty women, you are also training yourself in real life. Like once upon a time, you was turning your head and not looking at that booty that passed by, but you see booty so much. And that's another thing, because it has desensitized y'all and made y'all have a lack of respect of women in real life. So you see, and you can say all kind of stuff on social media. Y'all be trying to say that stuff in real life. Y'all be trying to look too long in real life. Y'all be trying to touch in real life. And so it also trains you in real life. And so, yeah, retrain your algorithm.
Number 4, remind yourself it's a highlight reel. It is a highlight reel. 90% of what you see isn't really their real life. This is something that we touched on a little bit earlier, man.
For sure.
Nobody is putting their bloopers up.
Nope.
Nobody's putting. When we get in the argument, we don't say, set up that phone real quick.
Put the lights up.
Yeah, come on real quick.
I want
them to see them. We gonna get at it right here. We don't, like, nobody does that. Now you got some people. You got some. Sometimes I think it's kind of weird that, you know. Forgive me. So I'm probably gonna hurt somebody's feelings on this, but sometimes I think it's kind of weird. Some people get on there and they start like giving their real feelings about real life issues out to the public. You know, like
you talking about their relationship?
Might be about their relationship. Might be just a bunch of stuff that they go. It's just like I'm gonna call my homie and cry.
Right.
Before I call Facebook and Instagram to cry to, or
the people, you talking about the people that post the video of them crying?
Yeah, post a video of them crying and going through different like tragic life moments. Like when God rest my mother's soul, when she passed, I wasn't thinking of let me pull this up so y'all can see me in real time. Like something like, I don't know, that's just kind of different to me. But so again, nobody is really, for the most part, okay, posting.
They gonna be mad at you because
no, it's just kind of.
I
believe that people they got to take advantage of real therapists and maybe some of the real people in their life that really will help them out. Sometimes it can kind of seem like you're needing attention. That's how it could come off. It can come off that way. You know, it could come off that way. Now I don't know these people's heart. I'm not saying that that's exactly what they're doing, but that's what it seems like.
Call a friend.
Yeah, call a friend.
Yeah.
Call a therapist. Yeah, something like that. But overall, most times you're just seeing a bunch of highlights, and that's what us included. You're gonna see our highlights.
Y'all are only seeing the Iwegbus highlights.
Exactly.
We have no shame in telling y'all that. Well, I'm not posting.
We do say some of our bloopers on here. We say a lot of our bloopers,
but they're not live.
Yeah, they're not live.
They're not like right now. I'm upset at you. It's like a month ago, me and Namdi went through this. Last week, whatever. So moving on. Yeah. Number 5, and the last point, in real life, we need to have integral associates. Yeah. So in real life, men, you need to be around integral men. If you have an issue with social media, looking at stuff, double tapping stuff, staying too long, you need in real life men that are not liking women's pictures, that are like, bros, how long you gonna stare? Like, you need those men to call you out. Like I told Namdi, I'm like, in some cases I be wishing, we were a little closer with some people to where we can call some stuff out. Like, bro, stop liking her pictures. It's already difficult that you're liking something and you're already, doing too much on social media. And then in real life, you got friends that's whispering. I have been next to a married man that has saw a booty walk past, and out loud, he was like, and it's like, really? You were there with me talking about really.
I can't remember it.
Yeah, it was an event, and I was telling you, I was like, babe, yes, he said it out loud. He was standing in front of me.
You have to tell me.
It was a big event.
Yeah, you have to tell me afterwards.
Yeah, and they've been married for a very long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 I remember that.
Yeah. He was literally right in front of me. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God. And I was just like, I remember I talked to you, I was like, babe, you better not ever embarrass me like that. Like, so if you're already liking, inappropriate things on social media and you have inappropriate friends and non-integral men around you, baby, you are set up for disaster. Really? That will absolutely lead to cheating. That will absolutely lead, whether that's emotional, doing too much in the DM, or full-blown affair. It's gonna lead to that. So number 5, in real life, have that accountability. Have people that make you want to feel dumb when you say something. Like, I know women that talk about other men being fine. Like, I don't. That's something I don't do. Yeah. Like, I know everybody's things is different, and your husband can say someone is pretty or beautiful, and your wife can say somebody fine. I don't do that. Yeah. Like, I don't be like, no, he's really fine. Like, even when my friends like start dating someone, I remember one time it happened, and girl showed me a picture, and she was like, "What you think?" And I was like, "I don't say other men are attractive. Like, I just dead serious like that." I was like, "I don't say that." But I've been around women that's like, "Oh, he is so fine." I'm just like, amongst each other, I'm just like,
as a married woman,
y'all be talking about he fine, he this, he that. Like, in real life, you need people that make you feel dumb for doing that. Yeah. I will be that friend. Yeah. I will look at you, and I'm not joining in that. I'm not saying he look good. I'm not saying, oh, girl, I wonder how that is. We're not doing that together. Yeah. No, you need to feel dumb for that, because we got to stop thinking that stuff is small. It's huge, because those are the beginning steps. Those are the beginning signals. Those are the red flags that we need to pay attention to that leads into full-blown affair. So in real life, have accountability and have integral community.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. I think you said that perfectly there, babe. Listen, we want to hear from y'all steps to guard your relationship from social media. Maybe we let something out. Y'all thought of, man. We want to hear about that down below in the comments. What do y'all think about this subject? We want to hear from you. Well, man, listen, we have come to the end of our show, man. We are so glad that you guys have been rocking with us, man. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers now. Oh, my gosh. We want to get on up to that 10. Y'all help us hit that 10,000 spot. Yes. Come on, show us some love, man. Share this with somebody.
Share it.
Do the YouTube things. On the podcast, if you're listening to this right now,
hey, y'all.
Please leave us a 5-star review, okay? Leave us a 5-star review on that. If it ain't 5-star, don't worry about it. But, man, we are so glad that you guys are rocking with us, pillow talking with the Iwegbus. Anything you want to add, babe?
I love y'all so much, man. We had a moment this weekend. This is just a short story. We had a moment this weekend. We were at an event, and someone came up to us and was like, "I love y'all show," and I was just so
shout out to her.
Shout out to her. Hi,
sis. What up?
I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry, but
forgive us.
That definitely warmed up my heart. Like, just the smallest thing of that lets us know. First of all, we were not at our own event. We weren't at a speaking event. Our name wasn't on nothing. We were in line with her trying to go into this event, and she just came up to us and was like, "I love y'all podcast," and we were just really like, I had to shake myself out of that moment, because I was just like, wait, people, y'all really be listening to us. So I just want to say thank you for y'all, just sticking in it with us, for the messages about people that were about to divorce. Listen, people that were about to divorce that said, we're going to keep fighting. People that did not believe in marriage that now do. People that are people that rededicated their life back to Christ.
That's major.
My God, because of our podcast. This is not small to us. This is not just two people talking on a camera. And that is also why, the enemy attacks in certain areas and in certain ways. And so, first and foremost, thank y'all. Love y'all. If y'all believe in Jesus and y'all living right and the Lord hears you, lift us up. In prayer, y'all, we want to do big things for us. We believe in marriage. We have a passion behind this, and I will go on a rant. So I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all, and we will see y'all on the next Pillow Talking. Did you have anything else to say?
Nah, I was just going to say, man, listen.
I knew you was.
Yeah, right. Y'all, listen. Y'all just listen. Pray for us. But, we want to do this on a higher level. We want to do this on a bigger level. We believe that, man, we should do it as we're doing it unto the Lord, as the word says. Like, we should do this in an excellent manner.
Absolutely.
And we want to take it to another level, and we need resources. Like, we doing this out of our own pocket. So, man, y'all pray for us for those resources. If you feel led, it's different ways in the description that you can help out or whatever the case may be. The Patreon.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have some things coming for those that become Patreons, man.
For sure.
But right now, it's just a donation or whatever.
Yes.
So I don't want to beg for nothing, but if anything you could do, just be praying for us for
seriously.
getting the right rooms with the right people, to make the right income, to take this thing to the next level, to reach more people, to save save more marriages,
families,
to save more people from going through some of the things that we went through, that we had self-inflicted pains and all those things. We don't want them to go through that, man.
Yes.
So be praying for that. We greatly will appreciate it. But other than that, hey, again, thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content.
Yeah.
Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.